Chennedy Carter's assault on Caitlin Clark was more than just a foul, it was career suicide. Now she is paying the ultimate price, her job, reputation, and potentially even her future in the WNBA. You might be thinking it was just a little shove, but this is where things become interesting. The Chicago Sky are letting her go, not even offering her a core position. Can you believe it? Carter went from rising celebrity to unemployed in less time than a fast break. Tyler Marsh spoke at the press conference about Angel Reese and Cardoso, both of whom I believe will be WNBA stars, but he made no mention of Chennedy Carter. That raised many eyebrows. Chennedy Carter has a propensity for causing trouble. In fact, she's already on her third team, and she passed a line no one expected. When she took it upon herself to place her hands on WNBA player Caitlin Clark, it sent shockwaves across the league. Imagine pushing the league's golden goose. You know you're in big trouble. We're looking into what happened when Chennedy Carter put her hands on Caitlin Clark. This wasn't any ordinary game. It was the moment that altered everything. The tension on the court was already extremely high. Everyone was on edge as the Chicago Sky faced up against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Then, out of nowhere, Carter dropped the B word and shoved Clark, elevating the situation to a new level. You can see the fire in her eyes, the split-second decision that would come back to haunt her. That push was the turning point in her career, and I'm telling you right now, Chennedy Carter's future does not look promising. You could hear the gasps from the audience and see the horror on the athletes' faces. One player who was right there commented, "I've never seen anything like it." Caitlin's expression was one of shock and disbelief at what had happened. Caitlin admitted, "In that moment, I was stunned. I felt the push, and it was like time stood still. I couldn't process what had just happened." But here's where things become truly interesting. What happened next sealed Carter's destiny. The crowd booed, but calling someone the B word as they actually wound up for a cheap shot? Yes, that must be taken into account. Following the cheap shot, Carter stared Clark down, shouted something, and walked away. That's 3 separate technical fouls in one incident. Everyone is questioning if Carter has just pushed her entire career off a cliff, because the WNBA values how you conduct yourself off the court as much as on it. Carter is currently not winning any popularity contests. Her future does not appear bright. Many individuals were astonished by this. I'm not, because I know, do you get what I mean? She did something utterly unnecessary to Caitlin Clark, and she is still living with the consequences now because she is unemployed. There were some serious scouts in the stands that day, people who might make or ruin careers. One scout explained, "It's not just the push, it's the attitude thereafter. In this league, we look for athletes who can handle pressure and serve as role models. What we saw that day is not what we look for in a franchise player. That push was a Bush League play that needed to be addressed. That was a severe foul, and it was entirely needless. Anything that is clearly superfluous, I need someone to explain why that was required." Carter had the opportunity to make amends following that unexpected thrust. Do you know what she did instead? She looked at the media and stated, "I didn't say anything about the play before I ran into Caitlin." Can you believe it? No apologies. There's no explanation, just nothing. She seemed to believe that ignoring the situation would solve it. But this is where things become truly interesting. It didn't go away. It became worse. You could be thinking, well, she's a star player, right? Surely that counts for something. Well, apparently not. The Chicago Sky general manager dropped a bombshell. Chennedy Carter had an incredible season for us last year, but according to a statement provided by the Chicago Sky, she's extremely talented and can impact the game at the highest level in our league. We sincerely appreciate everything she accomplished for our team last year. However, we have made changes to our staff and will make changes to our roster. These changes affect Chennedy's fit on the squad. Therefore, we wanted to offer her the best chance as a free agent. Whoa, did you catch that? They're not just referring to her on-court abilities, they're also discussing how she fits in with the team. But wait, there's more. Remember Carter's teammate, Angel Reese? The buzz on the street is that they are no longer best friends. In fact, Reese unfollowed Carter on social media. Now you may be wondering, so what? It's only social media. But in today's environment, that is a major problem. It's like a neon billboard displaying locker room drama for all to see. I mean, look, maybe she is part of the culture problem, but that is quite intriguing. I'm not going to lie to you. I assumed the Chicago Sky would bring her back. And it isn't just Reese. Insiders are spilling the tea, and it's piping hot. Some of Carter's colleagues are reportedly no longer interested in having her on the squad. Can you imagine going from star player to persona non grata so quickly? They believe Chennedy Carter's lack of an offer from the Sky indicates that someone influential in the locker room did not want her on the squad. You never let your greatest offensive player, and possibly your best player, walk away for free unless there are locker room issues. But here's where things get crazy. Some folks claim this isn't just about the locker room or even the push. They say it's about the WNBA's future. Consider Caitlin Clark to be the current golden goose. She's bringing in fans, attention, and possibly a better negotiating agreement for all of the players. Did Carter accidentally push Clark out of the league? So, here's the deal. Carter is currently an unrestricted free agent, but guess what? Nobody is lined up to sign her. You would assume a player of her quality would have teams vying for her, right? Wrong. We spoke with insiders from each WNBA team, and what they told us was really stunning. No team wants cancer in its locker room. Okay, that raises an excellent question. Will anyone want her? Maybe that is the best question. Yes, there are real attitude issues. One team boss did not mince words. They added, and I kid you not, we wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. Can you believe it? We're talking about a professional athlete, not poisonous garbage. But things get much wilder. We delved deep and discovered a hidden clause in Carter's contract with the Chicago Sky. Now you may be wondering, what's the big deal about a contract clause? Well, let me tell you, this isn't your typical fine print. This condition made it very easy for Sky to let her go. It's as if they put an escape door into her bargain. But this is where things become really interesting. Why was this clause included in the first place? It's almost as if they expected difficulties from the start. This is also what any crystal ball predicted. If Chennedy Carter does not receive a qualifying offer, she will be able to test the market as an unrestricted free agency beginning tomorrow. And now Carter's agent is scurrying to save her career. But hold on to your hats, because here's the real surprise. Some teams are labeling Carter a locker room cancer. Ouch! That isn't just a red flag, it's a complete red banner with flashing lights. In the realm of professional athletics, being dubbed a locker room cancer is equivalent to having a large "do not" sign stamped across your forehead. Someone said, "Whoa, she must have had a really bad attitude." So we have to ask the million-dollar question. Is Chennedy Carter's WNBA career really over? I mean, she's obviously talented, but brilliance can only go you so far when you have a reputation like hers. It's as if she's standing on the edge of a cliff, and every team in the league is taking a giant step back. Caitlin Clark is the reason these females are potentially, reportedly, ready to receive the largest paycheck of their lives. With the NBA stepping in to help them potentially complete this new collective bargaining deal, we were able to complete the media rights arrangement, which was worth around $3 or $2 billion. That money might potentially help them secure larger contracts. And what Chennedy Carter did to Caitlin Clark with her unclean palms did not assist her cause. That's correct. Everyone is talking about Caitlin Clark because she is not just changing the game, but the entire league. We've got the inside scoop on why this is so important. So, here's the deal. Clark's popularity is skyrocketing, and not just among fans. The WNBA's upper management is also taking notice. Why? Because Clark is attracting eyeballs like nobody's business. And you know what that means? More exposure, more money, and more chances for the entire league. So there you have it, everyone. Carter's career hangs on the balance as Clark's star continues to rise. However, it is not only about their particular trajectories. Clark's popularity might be a game changer for the entire WNBA, potentially resulting in higher wages for all in next contract discussions. Imagine one player making an impact without even appearing on the court. The landscape of the WNBA is shifting, and we're all watching from courtside. Will this shift in star power impact the league's future? Could Clark's impact last beyond her playing career? So what about Carter? Is this the final buzzer, or can she make a comeback? Tell us what you think in the comments.